your definition of Islam or Muslim, it means nothing because anybody can be a Muslim by what you just defined.
Let's say there's a language out there that you pronounce the name Jesus as gay. In that hypothetical situation, are you going to say Jesus is gay?
So you can't say Jesus is a Muslim when he has the opposite theology, when he has the opposite idea of who God is, what he desires from us, who we are to God versus Islam. You can't say he's a Muslim.
He just made a huge blunder.
Let
me catch the blunder before he changes the subject.
No.
No, you don't want to catch on the blunder?
Not me. That was your argument. So don't try to put on your stupid argument onto me. That was silly.
Are you serious? Are we circling back?
Stop stalling.
You're really good at this, huh?
I am.
Yeah. So check this out. Let me explain it to you.
What happens when one shocking statement about Jesus stops a debate in its tracks? In this intense exchange, Dr. Nasser and Godlogic go head-to-head over a controversial claim that leaves the audience stunned. Tensions rise, questions get tougher, and the conversation takes an unexpected turn. Was the statement misunderstood, or does it reveal something deeper? Share your thoughts in the comments, and make sure you stay until the very end of this video.
Was Jesus a Muslim?
Obviously, I'm a Christian. I say no. I think that it's very misleading what I usually hear about what a Muslim is and then trying to apply it to Jesus and, prophets before Muhammad. I think that we could start with however Dr. Nasser defines what a Muslim to be, and then we can go from there.
Sure. So, I'm sorry, honey. What I would say is that, yes, of course I believe that Jesus, alayhi salam, peace be upon him, was a Muslim. And the reason I would say that is because, in my perspective, you have two possibilities. If you want to take from the world religions in which actually believe in Jesus, Islam and Christianity. And obviously, if you take the Quran as authoritative, then you're going to come to the conclusion that he's Muslim because he was a prophet of God and he therefore lived as prophets would. That being said, though, if you want to just look at the Bible, I do believe that you are not going to walk away unscathed either way. What I'm trying to say by that is that either you're going to take a Muslim Jesus or a Christian Jesus, and you're going to have to navigate the Bible in such a way where you're not going to walk away with all of it, because I don't assume univocality. And so from that perspective, what I would say is that if you take the Muslim version of Jesus, what you're going to get is you're going to be able to salvage so much of the Bible. So much of it will make sense to you. So much of it will be very clear that he was a prophet, that he prayed to God, that he worshiped God, that he taught people to worship God, etc. There's a day of judgment, the 6 pillars of Iman, things like this. However, in addition to that, you'll also have the added bonus of having a theology that makes sense to you. On the flip side, if you embrace the Christian version of Jesus, what I think is going to happen is you're going to end up twisting or denying, essentially twisting to a point where there's no more meaning left. They become unrecognizable, certain verses, certain ideas. And then, in addition to that, even once you're done with all that twisting, you're still going to be stuck with a theology that doesn't make sense to you. So therefore, of those two options, it makes a lot more sense to embrace the Muslim version.
All right, so you have a specific ideology of who God is.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, so you have a specific theology of who God is. You have to believe in that specific thing, that specific ideology, in order to be a Muslim.
You have to believe that God is one and is not a human creation, not an idol, not a plant, not a man, not a human woman, not anything.
Can you
like
believe that he's anything outside of what the Quran and Hadith tell you?
No, you have to believe in God as described in the names of Allah. Yeah,
right,
attributes, the names, attributes of Allah.
Good,
definitely.
so what we can do now here, is we've got that foundation. Now let's apply it to Jesus.
Sure.
And let's see if Jesus had that theology. Does he teach, preach, follow, believe in the same God that we see in the Quran and the Hadith?
Excellent.
And so how would you demonstrate that?
So you guys are aware that I think it's Proverbs 18, I think it is, that says, Yahweh, you are my rock, right? Famous.
You said Proverbs 18?
I think so.
Can we?
Am I wrong with that? Or Psalms 18, my bad.
Psalms 18,
my bad. I believe it's Psalms 18.
There's a few verses in there.
Yeah, so Yahweh, you are my rock, right? So what I would do in that circumstance, if somebody says, Yahweh, you are my rock, I would say, I reject that. I put a big X on the idea that God is a rock, like you said, because it goes against our theology, it is not defined in our names and attributes of God. I reject the idea of God being a rock. Now I assume that person is going to say, wait, we don't believe that God is a rock either. So I'd say, okay, well then why would you call God a rock? They say it's figurative. I'd say, great, this is the important part. Figurative for what? So now we have to shift over to figurative for what? So we leave the literal meaning, and now we're shifting over here to this mystery box called the figurative meaning.
Okay.
And the moment we open that mystery box, I say, figurative for what? And they say, well, we say God, meaning that we depend upon God. I would say, one of the names of Allah is Al-Wakil, the one that you depend upon. So while I affirm that meaning that you have clarified, I will reject your wording. Apply that to Father.
Wait.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
So can you be a Muslim and say that Allah is my rock?
No, again, you reject the wording. You reject that. I do not accept this idea of rock. The moment you tell me, though, that I don't accept it either, I don't think of God as an actual rock. I say, well, what do you mean then?
Yeah.
And the figurative meaning is the one that you depend upon. I say that is the part that we agree about, not the rock.
So if they say that Allah is my rock, meaning that he's the one I depend upon, I stand upon him, he's my foundation, you would still reject saying that Allah is your rock?
I would not use that terminology. I use the terminology in the Quran.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What a powerful and thought-provoking discussion. We've heard the arguments, seen the reactions, and explored one of the most debated questions about Jesus. Whether you agree with Dr. Nasser, Godlogic, or have a different perspective, this conversation certainly gives us a lot to think about. Now we want to hear from you. Who made the stronger case, and what stood out to you the most? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future debates and inspiring discussions. Thanks for watching, and God bless.